All right, so welcome to the show. What's today going to be all about? It's going to be about you. You. Why am I making this video about you? Because when I was growing up, when I was coming up, people made videos about me. They're like, Ted, this is for you. And I just felt really, really appreciative of that. I'm like, wow, thank you. You actually made this video for me. Now, they didn't actually make it for Ted Carr, but they made it for me. They made it for the listener. So that's what this video is all about. It's for you. Self-development 101, baby. If you're going through your day, and you don't brush your teeth, you're kind of missing out, right? You should probably brush your teeth every day. If you don't brush your teeth, you're gonna notice it. It's gonna get a bit gunky. If you don't shower, if you don't clean yourself, you're gonna feel a bit, maybe a bit dirty. At least jump in the damn lake, man. If you go an entire day without eating, you feel the effects. You go an entire day without drinking water, you feel the effects. You go an entire day without pooping or peeing, you're gonna feel the effects. You go the entire day without speaking to another human being, you're gonna feel the effects. You go an entire day without using the internet, you're going to feel the effects. What am I getting at? I'm getting at there is a cause and effect to things, man. If you don't do something, you don't get something. Cause and effect. You don't do, you don't get. So when it comes to developing yourself, you have to consume positive, informative material. Material that's gonna motivate you, uplift you, inspire you, direct you to the direction of your dreams, to actually help you accomplish what it is you set out to accomplish. We're gonna talk about how to accomplish any goal in this video. But first things first, you gotta realize that if you don't take time out of your day, like you're doing right now, to develop yourself, it's not gonna happen. It can only happen, capital O-N-L-Y, only happen when you set the intention and you actually take some action towards developing yourself. If you wanna develop yourself, it's not gonna happen by accident. You have to make the intention to go and do it. How do you get big muscles? You have to go to the gym and lift. Whether it's bicep curls or shoulder presses or bench press or squat, you have to lift weights if you want to build muscle. That's intentional. How do you make money? You have to go exchange something of value for money. It doesn't happen by accident. You do not get rich by accident. You get rich intentionally. If you want to get rich, you can. You just need to decide to do it. If you want to get fit, it doesn't happen by accident. You just decide to do it. If you want to become happier, it doesn't happen by accident. You don't just stumble across happiness. Oh, one day I just became really happy. No, you make a deliberate choice. You know, enough is enough. I'm going to get happy. I'm going to get happy. And you just do what it takes to get happy. You do what it takes to get the money. You do what it takes to get fit. You do what it takes to help other people out. It's all deliberate. Okay, so we need to set aside time every day to chip away at these things. And it's just chipping away. Some days I make a lot of progress. Some days I get a lot done. Other days like I don't get too much done, but at least I chipped away. At least I made that one phone call. I sent that one email. At least I took a step forward in the direction of my dreams. And I know a lot of people out there, it's so sad, man. It's so sad. It makes me want to it makes my heart cry. They don't have a goal. They don't have a vision. They don't have these targets. So they're not moving towards anything. And it's these kids, man. It's these kids with so much potential. I'm like, what'd you do today? I played some video games. I'm like, cool. Did you level up? Did you raise in the ranks? Did you, learn how to do a certain combination on the video game? Like, did you at least excel? Did you at least become better at the video game? You know, something like that. Did you make progress? And they're like, no, I was just playing it with my friends, just thinking around. Like, there was no, at least end goal. Like, at least if you're gonna play video games, at least try to raise the ranks, at least try to, become somebody in the video game world so that you can maybe make a living from it or something. Like, have something that you're gonna get out of it. Of course, enjoy the process, but have an end target, have an end goal that's gonna benefit you for the rest of your life. Otherwise, playing video games your whole childhood, playing video games as a teenager, the only lesson you're really gonna learn is that, shit, man, I probably should have had a better target. I probably should have turned that into something rather than just wasting it away. And now all I have is that as a life lesson that I just wasted my freaking teenage years. Speaking from experience right here, obviously. So it's crazy to see that people go to work, they go through school, they go through their weekends, and they didn't actually take any steps forward towards the big goal, towards the big vision. And that's the first thing I want to talk about today. So I'm going to give you 3 tips to success in this video. 3 tips to success. The first tip is you must have a vision. You must have an end goal. Something crystal clear, something that you want. It needs to be obvious. It needs to be easily described. It needs to be that ideal day in life that we talked about in the other video. If you haven't seen that video, click the link in the description and you can go to that ideal day in life video. You need to have a vision for your life. If you don't have a vision, man, you're gonna just be wandering around like everyone else and just hoping that you're swinging vine to vine, basically. You're just swinging vine to vine, you're just hoping there's another vine coming up. Living paycheck to paycheck. just going around, just hoping, hey, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but one day I'm going to die. It's like, dude, you can go through life like that, but it's so much funner to have a goal. It's so much funner to have a target to go for. So much funner to have a basket to shoot for. Have a goal. That way you know if you're making progress towards it or not. That way it feels good. Every day you wake up, you have purpose. You're doing something. Like I said, even if you don't make massive steps towards it, at least you're chipping away at it, man. At least you sent that email. At least you made that one phone call. At least you posted that one thing. At least you uploaded that one thing. At least you went to the gym that one time. Because you have a vision for how you want to look, how you want to feel, how you want to be able to perform. Have a vision for your life, man. Vision for your life. What does that mean? It means, what is your ideal day in the life? Like, how do you actually want to live? How many kids do you want to have? Where do you want to live? What kind of house do you want to be living in? What kind of car do you want to be driving? What kind of clothes do you want to be wearing? How many people do you want to be helping? How many people do you want to know who you are? How many people do you want to know? What kind of friends do you want to have? Which country are you living in? Which countries do you want to be able to fly to and travel to? Like, how do you make your money? What are the different avenues? What are the different streams of income that you have? Get clear on everything, man. If you're not clear on it, how are you possibly going to get it? I'll give you a hint. You're not. You're not. And most people don't. Most people do not get what they want in life because they're not clear on what that thing is. The people who become clear on it, those are the people who go out and get it. It's plain and simple, man, and it's like so consistent. This is consistent throughout the years. The people who know what they want, they're able to get it. The people who don't know what they want, there's no chance, man. There's no chance they're going to have to get what they want because they don't know what it is. So that's the first thing. The first tip to success. Get crystal mother effing clear on what it is you want. Don't even proceed to freaking steps 2 and 3 until you got that one figured out, all right? So how do you do that? You get a piece of paper. I grabbed the paper now and show you, but it's underneath the tripod right now. But frick it. You do what you can, no excuses. You grab a blank piece of paper. It could just be this. You take a pen. Where's the pen at? Where's the pen at? Here's a pen. You take a pen. You take pen to paper, and you write out your goals. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Write out your vision. Once you have that done, okay, once you're clear on what it is you want, here's the next step. This is really fun. The next step is to completely saturate your mind with what you want. So you want to write what you want in like a story form almost, or a descriptive form. So if I was writing for myself, I'd say something like, okay, I want to be able to wake up at 5:30. I want to meditate first thing in the morning. I want to feel like a genius first thing in the morning. I want to brainstorm my goals for the day. I want to do some light stretching first thing in the morning. I want to do some breath work in the morning, and then I want to be able to get to work and just feel like I'm being creative and feel like I'm seeing progress every day. I want to open my computer. When I open my computer, I want to be able to see progress. Like, that's just the morning part, right? And then in the evening, I'd say, okay, and then I want to be able to see my friends. I want to go work out and all these other things. Crystal clear on everything I want. And not just subjectively, like, oh, I want to like have fun with my friends. Like, what do we actually want to do? Okay, I want to go to the gym with my friends. I want to be able to lift this much weight. I want to be able to run this far at this fast. I want to be able to eat these fruits in these seasons. I want to be able to spend this much time with my friends and my family, et cetera, et cetera. So being very objective throughout. Once I know exactly what I want and I'm crystal clear on that, it's time to saturate my mind with that. How do you saturate your mind with that? Like I said, you write out the description, and then you can take out a voice recorder and you can read that description. So you can be like, there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can either speak it first person, like, I wake up at this time and I do this and I feel like this, and when I do this and I feel amazing, blah, 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 and I do this, and it's all me, 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 I. Then when you listen back to it, it's like I, and you're just like affirming. Or you can write it and speak it. So it's like, Ted wakes up at this time, and when he does this, he does that. And then low power mode. And when he goes to the gym, he lifts this much weight, and he's able to do this, and he's able to do that. So it's like third person. I think that's what's called, third person. And then there's the other one where it's like you. So it's like you record it and you're like, you wake up at this time and you do this first thing in the morning. You eat lots of fruit. You eat like 5 pounds of oranges or whatever. You run a 5K in 20 minutes. It's you. So when you're listening back to that later, it's like someone telling you, you do this, you do this, you do this, you're affirming. So you want to completely saturate your mind with that. And you can either do that, like I said, by writing out the description and then speaking it into an audio recorder and listening to that every day. Or there's certain apps on your phone, certain apps on the internet where you can get that big block of text and you can highlight it all and you can click speak. And there's certain apps that will speak out whatever you've entered into the app. So you can have this big descriptor text, maybe it's like 4 or 5 minutes long, and you listen to that every night before bed. And this voice telling, this computer generated voice telling you like, you do this and you do that. And it doesn't matter if it sounds kind of weird, like it works. It's getting you to think about, getting you to imagine what it is that you want. Because whatever you think about comes about. Thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. Things were just thoughts. So your thoughts become things. So if you just think what it is you want, think about what you want, you imagine it, you visualize it, you feel it, it's going to come into your life. It's going to come into your existence. It's going to come into your reality. So thoughts become things. Knowing this, man, it's like, knowing it is one thing, experiencing it is a whole other thing. Okay, so if I show you my vision board, if I showed you everything I laid out, if I showed you the bike I had in there, if I showed you the fruit I had in there, if I showed you like the text I had on my vision board, or my mind movie, and I showed it to you now, you'd be like, Ted, you're just showing me like what your life is like now. And I'm like, I know, I'm showing you what my life is like now. But that's not what my life was like when I made that vision board. So I made that vision board, and I was like, these are my ideals. These are like super unrealistic. I'll put them on there anyway, put them on there anyway, put them on there anyway. Super unrealistic. I'm stretching here. I'll put that on anyway. Now it's like, that's my life now. And it's not crazy. It's like, no, of course that's my life. Of course that's what I have. Of course that's how I live. Like, how else would I live? That's all I know. It's all I know because it's all I focus on. I only know the things on my vision board. I only know my life now because all I thought about was my things on my vision board, things on my goal list. So the same can be true for you. You know, get clear on what you want and then saturate your mind with it. That's the second step. Saturate your mind with the things that you want, okay? Could be in vision board form, could be in mind movie form, could be in just written form, but just talk about the things you want every day. Look at the things you want every day. Think about the things you want every day. Focus on winning. Focus on winning. Focus on making progress. Little bits of progress every day. Chip away, chip away, chip away. Don't get overwhelmed. Just, I mean, if you're going to get overwhelmed, understand that's part of the process, but don't feel like you need to be overwhelmed all the time. It's like the stressed out kind of life. It's not like that. Just chip away at the things you want to get at in life. The third and final tip is you must do everything in your power. Prioritize this above everything else. Prioritize this above everything else. You must surround yourself with people who have the results or who are living the kind of life you want to live. Absolute must. Like, get in physical proximity with the people who have the results you want. I don't know how this works or why this works, but all I know is that humans are social creatures and we do what the masses do. We're like sheep. Whether we think we're not or whether we think we are, we're not, we are. We're sheep. We become like the people we hang around. You become like the 5 people you hang around most. Your net worth is determined by your network, right? The people you hang around are going to determine how fit you are, how happy you are, how healthy you are, how much money you have, everything. You gotta hang around, you gotta specify, you gotta prioritize awesome people in your life and get in physical proximity with them. Watching them online is one thing for sure. Getting inside their head on YouTube videos and with podcasts and MP3s and their courses and things like that is one thing for sure. I take courses, I buy coaching, I get mentorship, I watch interviews of these people that I want to learn more from and have my life reflect more like, for sure. But getting in physical proximity with them, whether it's at a conference or at a seminar or at a workshop or at a festival, that's like the best thing ever, man, because it's real. It makes it real. You can actually like touch them. Like, hey, they're real. They're real and they got this result. I'm real, I can get that result. It's just like, you become like the people you hang around. You become like the people you consume. And here's the crazy part. Even if you just hang around a bunch of really successful people, you're going to be successful. Like, that's all you have to do. Just get in physical proximity with them. You're going to get pulled along with them. It's just how it works. But the crazy part is too, a lot of people, they hang out with successful people as well. At the same time, they're hanging around a bunch of other loafers and, you know, people who not take anywhere you want to go to or where people want to go to, but whatever. When you're hanging around people who are successul, you want to ask them questions. Like, hey, how'd you do this? What are your thoughts on this? How would you do this differently? What should I do in this case? What should I do right now? Just ask a lot of personal questions. Like, what would I do here? What would I do there? Hey, I'm stuck on this. What should I do? People who are successful are going to turn around and help you out. We just love to share. Like, I say we as if I'm one of these fucking crazy successful people. I'm successful in certain areas of my life. And in the areas of my life I'm successful, I will happily teach you. I will happily teach anyone in the areas of my life I'm successful. In the areas I'm not so successful, people ask me a question, I'm like, I defer it. I'm like, hey, go ask this person, go ask that person. I don't know. People ask me about like liver and kidney and stuff when it comes to filtering and this detoxification stuff. It's like, all I know is I eat fruit, man. I can teach you how to eat fruit really well. I can teach you how to eat bananas. I can teach you how to make smoothies. I can teach you how to stay full on raw foods. I can teach you how to do a bunch of stuff with raw foods, but I don't know anything about the liver and the gallbladder and the intestines and all that stuff. It's like, I didn't study that. It's not my area of expertise. When it comes to making money online, you ask me a question about that, I can definitely help you. I can definitely help you set up ebooks and video courses and funnels and sales pages and all sorts of things like that. It's my area of expertise. It's what I focus on. So if someone online is making money, you can go ask them, hey, how'd you make the money? And they'll happily turn around and teach you. They'll happily turn around and help you out. Same for veganism, same for fitness. So you see someone with big muscles, you say, how do I get big muscles like that? I do that to people at the gym. I go up to the gym and I say, hey, you're jacked, man. How do I get as jacked as you? And they take it as a joke. They're like, you're funny. I'm like, no, seriously, how do I get jacked like you? I'm like, oh, well, I actually do sets of 3, and I do my rep range between like 5 and 8, and I do this and that. I'm like, okay, like, what do you eat before, what do you eat after, what do you eat during? Like, ask all these different questions, like, so I can learn as well. So that's the thing, man. Just get in proximity with the people who are getting the results you want. And you're going to be able to get in proximity with the people that you want once you're focusing on the things that you want. And you're only going to be focusing on things that you want once you're clear on those things, all right? So this is the video for today. Hope you got something from it. Top 3 tips for success. Much love. Peace out. I'll see you at the 2019 Canada Fruit Fest, August 9th to the 12th. Adios.